Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited, a little nervous, and I'm also laughing at myself looking at the rollers in my hair. Let's just not focus on that. But today I'm going to be playing with the brand new beauty line from the makeup artist that was on set for Euphoria. If you've seen the makeup, it's absolutely beautiful. Her name is Donnie Davy, and she created a brand new makeup line called Half Magic Beauty. So I actually got this in PR. I was so excited. I really was looking for this to release, and I was going to purchase a ton of products, but I got a DM from them asking to send PR. Of course, I was super excited. So the reason I haven't posted this until today is because the products are actually launching today, and in the PR box as well as the email, we were told to not post any content until launch day. So I've had these products for a few days now. I've been really excited to play with them. We have, I think, everything in the line except for an eyeliner brush. So a ton to go over. I know you guys are laughing at my rollers, you guys. I can't take myself seriously, but I need my hair out of my face, and I'm trying a bunch of different heatless rollers because honestly, I just can't be bothered to curl my hair with a curling iron, and my hair never holds a curl anyway. So I'm like, you know what? I'm experimenting. So I will link these down below if they end up working out. But if you're new here, I hope you subscribe. If you enjoy first impressions or you're really interested in learning about Half Magic Beauty, please give this video a thumbs up. I will link the website down below because these products are available today, and let's get into my first impressions on Half Magic Beauty. So in the PR box, they did send this pamphlet that's really helpful. There's beautiful inspiration on here, and then each product breakdown. So it says, welcome to Half Magic. I believe that self-expression through makeup is a personal evolution. It's emotional storytelling, it's therapy. With makeup, we can try on our fantasies, make sense of our histories, and explore the infinite facets of who we are or who we feel like being on any given day. Makeup can help us figure shit out. I love that. The whole vibe of Euphoria makeup is different. It's colorful, it's glittery, it's gemstones. It's so interesting just watching the show. The show is incredible. It's beautifully shot, but the makeup really stands out. It went viral on TikTok and YouTube. I mean, it's just something we haven't seen in a long time. So her artistry is just incredible. So the prices on this first drop range from $10 to $26, which I thought was quite fair. There's nothing that, you know, is gonna cost you 50 bucks. Now, of course, if she does come out with an eyeshadow palette in the future, I would say it probably would be in that realm. But I was really kind of surprised, pleasantly surprised, to see how fair I thought the pricing was. So in this first drop, there's quite a bit of products, a lot of products for the eyes, very glittery, shimmery, bright colors. So I wanna go through each product quickly, and then we'll jump into the demo where I'm gonna try as much stuff as I can. So the first product is called the Glitter Pill. This is the box packaging, and then the actual component. This is $20. There are 4 different shades. So they describe this as an eye paint and liner. It has glitters in varying sizes and hues. It does say that it's ophthalmologist tested and also has eye safe glitters in here. One thing I noticed is on the actual component, there's the sticker that keeps the product sealed, and it has the information on it, like the name, but when you twist it to use it, the sticker is just kind of hanging on, and then if you remove the sticker, you won't be able to see what shade you're using. Like there's no sticker on the bottom or the top. For, you know, the average consumer, probably not a big deal, but when you're doing YouTube, I'm gonna have to like look it up every single time, because once I remove the sticker, then I don't know the shade, and I don't wanna keep the sticker on there because it feels a little bit, I don't know, cheap, like it's hanging on. You'd have to stick it somewhere else. You do have a silicone kind of brush tip, and these are very sheer. So these are really just like glitter liners that you definitely want to build up. It's one of those things for detail work to add sparkle. If you love a glitter eyeliner, this may be for you. So this is the first item in the collection. So the next item is quite interesting. It's called the Wing Magician. This is $10, and it's basically a silicone guide for eyeliner or doing intricate kind of winged out shapes. So this is what the shape looks like. It is the logo for Half Magic Beauty. I'm interested to try this, although it would be helpful to see Donnie herself demo this. I'm assuming that you can, you know, just kind of place it really any way on the eye to get the shape that you're looking for, but it has a sort of firmer inside, and then the outsides of the silicone tool, I guess, are very bendable. So I think this is interesting for those of you that struggle with doing really fun shapes or that winged out look. I personally do myself, so we'll give this a try. So one of the items I'm most excited for is the Lip Trick Kits. Now this comes in 2 different colors. I want to show you the box packaging first. So you have the Sculptitude 2-in-1 lip liner, and this is the box packaging. And then you also have the Mouth Cloud Soft Matte Lip Cream. Now why I'm excited about this is because I love like a cream, soft matte, a velvet type of liquid lipstick that's not dry down matte, and swatching this, I feel like it's gonna be right up my alley in terms of the type of formula I like. One of these shades in here, especially in the lip liner duo, is quite out there. The other one is much more neutral. So you get both of these products in a kit, and it retails for $26. I feel like that's a really fair price. Now you do have to buy them in the kit though, so you can't buy them separately, which may be a con. So this is the packaging for the lip liner duos. You get 0.01 ounces in each liner, so on each side. This is the more neutral color. This is the more fun out there color if you want to play. And the corresponding liquid lipsticks, I really like the packaging on this. It has a frosted matte bottle and then the logo on the sides. It's just very simple. So this is the more neutral shade, and when I was reading up about this, they said this looks like a 90s brown, but it really transforms on everyone and looks good on everyone. And then this color, I think I may like it, but I don't know if I will wear it with the lip liners it goes with. This is the more fun color, and it definitely has like a purple pink tone to it. So this is the more colorful kit. This next product I'm really excited about, especially the shimmer version. This is called the Chrome Addiction Eye Paint and Liner. This comes in 8 shades. So there are 4 matte and then 4 shimmers. This is the box packaging. So this is the packaging, which I think is really cute. The shade is on the bottom, and you do get 0.15 ounces in each of these. So there are 4 mattes, 4 shimmers. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch a couple of them for you. So I just swatched a couple on my hand. Of course, I'll be throwing close-ups in as I'm moving through all this, but the shimmers are really pretty, like glittery. They're not chunky at all. And then the mattes feel very thin. They're pigmented and they don't feel dry. So I'm really interested to see how these will blend on the eye. This really stands out to me just from my first impression swatching it. So I really want to see how these go on the eye if they're easy to work with. Next up, we have the Light Trap Duo Chrome Glow Powder. This comes in 2 different colors. It retails for $20. And this is essentially a duochrome powder highlighter. So it does have a sleeve on it. And then when you pull this off, the actual component is quite interesting. It has the logo raised right here, and it has a peacock on it. And then when you lift this up, then you get the product. So this is the more colorful one. There's no mirror in here. And then they have more of a neutral shade. So let me swatch these. So here are the 2 shades. You have more of a neutral option, and then you have this really fun purple. The formula feels very buttery. It definitely feels like a powder, but it's buttery. So it's not powdery, you know, flying all over. It feels like there's a creaminess to it. So I'm intrigued to try these as well. So next up, we have the Dew Lock Hydrating Set and Refresh Mist. This retails for $20. You do get 3.38 ounces. So very on brand. The packaging has this silver component. I think it's really cute. It doesn't have a scent that I can detect. And the spritzer on this is a little bit like, woo, intense, but it does say on the back to apply it 16 inches away from your face. So we will definitely test this out. I'm really intrigued because anytime I hear hydrating with long wearing, I kind of am like, wait a minute, I really want to see if it can do both. And you know, they couldn't do this line without coming out with face gems. That's something that we saw a lot in Euphoria. So there's 2 different options. We have the neon, and then we also have the iridescent. This retails for $12 each. You do get 72 gems in each package. Now these have a adhesive on them already, so you don't have to use any type of glue, which I thought was really nice. There also seems to be face studs, which are like little silver spikes, but I didn't get sent those, so we will play around with these today. And then lastly, to apply the face gems, we have the Adornment Tweezers. This is the box packaging. This retails for $14. So these are essentially curved so that you can apply the face gems easily. This also has a rounded edge or rounded tips, so it's not gonna poke you or scrape you, which I think is really smart. So that is everything in this first drop. Everything is vegan and cruelty free as well. So hopefully I gave you all the information, but now that we've gone over the products, I wanna zoom in and just start creating a look. So I went ahead and zoomed you in, and to be honest, I have no clue what I'm doing. I feel a little bit intimidated because I'm gonna try to use as many products as possible and not pull in other products. Like typically I wouldn't use all of this together, or I would use like some matte eyeshadows, but we're just gonna start off. I think I'm gonna go in with the Chrome Addiction Matte in the color Sky Juice, which is this really pretty blue sort of periwinkle. And I wanna try to use this little contraption. I do have concealer on my lids, but I didn't set except for under my brow just because we're going in with liquid shadows. So here goes nothing. Actually, I want it this way. Yes. You know, this is one of those moments that I'm feeling like I'm really uploading this situation on the internet, you know? Okay, I don't even know if this is like helpful for me, this tool. I'm actually taking a rougher brush and I'm going to start creating some sort of shape here. So I'm just kind of bringing this in, but I'm gonna probably just leave it somewhat like this. And I just want to get my initial shape down. All right, so now that I have my shape down, I'm gonna go in to the Chrome Addiction Matte in the color We Are Aliens, which is this lime green. And I want to apply this on the inside where I didn't apply that blue. So far, these are pretty easy to work with. I mean, it took me a minute to really try to get, you know, that shape even, and I feel like it didn't dry down super quickly. I didn't have issues, you know, wiping it off and reapplying and sort of moving the product. And then I'm just gonna take a brush and just lightly buff them together, buff the shades together in the center, but I'm gonna put shimmers over top, so I'm not that concerned about it looking perfectly blended. So now that I have the mattes down, I wanna go in with the Chrome Addiction in the shimmer called Spirit Guide. This color looks so pretty. I'm just going to apply this, oh my gosh, right to the center to start. And then I'm just gonna take a really small brush to buff out the edges. So I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. So I wanna use one more of the shimmery shades. I'm gonna use ASMR, which has like a green gold effect. I think I wanna use this more sheer, so I'm just picking it up on a brush, and I wanna just sort of dust this over. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. So I can still see the green. I'm just gonna blend it into that purple. So I'm gonna leave my eyes there for now. I'm gonna jump off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, put some lashes on, and then we'll move into finishing the eyes, the lips, the highlighter, and all of that stuff. So I went ahead and did some other makeup off camera. I will link the products I use down below, but now I wanna go into the face gems. I'm gonna be using the neon ones. So I'm gonna use the tool as well, and I'm trying to decide like what sizes I want to use. I think I definitely do wanna use, oh, I don't know. These are also pretty. I think I wanna go in with the middle size of the sort of like neon yellow ones to start. I can't get over my hair right now. It's just hilarious. Okay, so I picked it up with the tool. How did that just go? Oh my gosh, that just scared me. But it landed almost in the right spot. All right, let's try this way. There we go. So I like that they have adhesive on them. I do think that this is still a little bit hard to grab onto the jewel. Should I do a different color? I think I'm gonna take the small orange one, and I'm just gonna put it right there. Okay, so those are super easy to use. I don't know how long they will hang on if you put them over like a lot of eyeshadow like I did, but they were easy to use. You just have to get the hang of using this tool. It's definitely helpful, but it still slips out. So I feel like as I kept using it, it was easier. I'm gonna go back in to the Chrome Addiction, the matte, the blue shade, and just do a connecting line. And then I'm just taking a brush and sort of just softly blending a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back in with that shimmery shade called Spirit Guide. And then using the shimmery shade ASMR. So I'm basically just mimicking the top lash line. This shade is gorgeous. So I'm gonna leave the eyes there for now. I may add some more stuff, we'll just have to see. But I wanna go in with the highlighter now, and I'm gonna use the more neutral shade to start. And I'm just gonna apply this to the tops of my cheekbones. So surprisingly, the highlighter is really subtle. I may go in with the purple one. I'm gonna take a little bit just down the center of my nose. Yeah, this is pretty subtle. I'm sure you could really build it up, but I wanna go in with this shade. I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna put this sort of like on the tops of my cheekbones and into where I would put blush. So I'm sort of using it as a blush topper and a highlighter. I'm gonna pull it like up around my temple here. Okay, I actually really like that. I mean, it's definitely not like my everyday, but it's really pretty. I'm gonna take a little bit like right on the center of my face too. Okay, so I wanna move into the lip kit. I'm gonna be using the lip liner in I'll Pray For You, and I'm just gonna line my lips. Okay, I really like that color and I like the formula. It's not too dry, but it's also not slipping all over. I'm trying to decide what color I want to go in with. The matching shade is called Magic Brownie, so let's try that one first. So I just wiped that off because I feel like that was a little bit too deep. I'm gonna go in with the other side of the lip liner pen, and this is I Have Needs. This is like a lighter nude. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of that Magic Brownie. And then I wanna add a little bit of Angel Rave. It's purple toned, but it's like a pinky purple. And then I'm just defining with the darker lip liner. And then finally, let's try out the Dew Look setting spray, and then we will kind of get into my final thoughts. So this doesn't have a scent to it, but they do say it's supposed to make you dewy, and it's also supposed to lock your makeup in. The sprayer it's fine, but it's not like it's gonna get all over, so you kind of have to be targeted. So I'm gonna start with my forehead and see what happens. Oh, woo, okay. It's definitely dewier than I thought. Okay, so maybe learn from me and don't go in so heavy. Woo! So that definitely did give me a glow. I don't know if I would put it in my T-zone just because I have combo skin. The mist can leave a little bit of droplets on your skin, but if you use a sponge, it blends out. Not sure if this would hold your makeup for 12 hours just because it's more of a hydrating finish. But I'll have to keep testing it out. My first impression is it's so-so. All right, guys, so here's my finished makeup look trying out Half Magic Beauty. This is not my norm, and I feel like I did the best I could working with a ton of products. The only product I didn't end up using was the glitter liners. I feel like I used quite a bit of shimmer, and I used the, face gems. So I will test this in another video to come, but to be honest, this is essentially just like a glitter liner. I felt like the other products I wanted to really hone in on and demo them because I feel like they're a little bit more exciting and unique to me personally. So let's go over my initial impression on each product. So starting out with the Chrome Addiction, these are the liquid eyeshadows. I want to talk about the matte formula first. I feel like it's a very thin formula and you have a lot of time to play. I was kind of trying to perfect my shape, and I kept taking like a Q-tip and moving it, and it wasn't like stuck down, dry down within 30 seconds. There's a lot of play time. Now, it can get a little gunky if you start layering like 3 or 4 layers. Again, because I was trying to get the shape, I was, you know, finagling with it a little bit too much. And when that happened, I would just take a spoolie and sort of take some of it off and then layer it on again. I have to say this worked beautifully. Now, of course, I didn't really blend it. I blended a little bit on my lower lash line, but I didn't actually blend the matte shadow. So I don't really know blendability wise, but in terms of like pigment and ease of use, I really feel like this was pretty easy to use. But the standout for me has to be the shimmer. The 2 shades that I used were absolutely stunning. The ASMR and then also the Spirit Guide. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. These are super high shine. I knew when I swatched them that they were gonna be a good formula. You can build them up and make them opaque like I did, or you can just sheer them out. These are a standout for me for sure. I don't typically use products like this a lot. For me personally, I would take like matte powder shadows and then use one of these on the inner corner or just in the center of the lid for like a halo eye. But I think if you really love like the Stila glitter and glows, or you like really high shine, beautiful liquid shadows, I really like these. So I didn't have any issues working with the matte or the shimmer, but the standout for me has to be the shimmers. Moving on to the eye gems, this is a really cute idea and it's very easy. I like that you don't have to add a glue. That can just be annoying, and if you put it in the wrong area, then you have glue residue. They also said these are reusable, so you put them back on the little sticker pad and then you can reuse them, and you can use them I think 3 or 4 times they said, and you may have to add some sort of like lash glue or something if you do reuse them. But I think they're just a fun way to add something fun to your look. They're very easy, and I like that they have the self-adhesive on there. Now, the actual applicator, I don't know if I feel like you need this. It definitely is nice that it has a rounded tip so you're not like jabbing yourself in the eye, but essentially you could use any sort of like lash applicator and I feel like you get the same effect. But this is just a fun way to add a little bit of glam or something different to your look if you're looking to do something fun, maybe for a festival, a concert, whatever it may be, or every day if you want to wear eye gems to the grocery store. Let's say you're going to the post office, maybe you're a teacher, whatever floats your boat, I think you should do it, and I think this is a fun way to just kind of amp up your look. Now let's talk about the duochrome highlighters. I feel like the formula is very creamy. It's almost like a hybrid between a ColourPop Super Shock and a powder highlighter. It's sort of like in between. I think the packaging is really cute, and I honestly really like the purple shade more than this one. I think this one's just a little bit subdued for me. It's just not something that I feel like stands out in my collection, but what I really like about the purple one is I almost used it as a blush. I didn't use it just as a highlighter. I pulled it down. I just made sure not to put it like right in my T-zone where I have texture. This is such a unique color, and I think the formula, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like glittery. You can use it almost as a blush like I did, and it didn't enhance my texture. It doesn't look like I just put like a stripe of highlighter on my cheeks. So I feel like that's the purpose of this, is really blowing it out into like your temple area or under your eyes you could even do. So I'm surprised that I actually really like this one more than the neutral shade. I almost forgot to talk about the silicone tool to help you get that winged look. I really would like to see a demo. As I'm filming right now, there's not been any demos from Donnie herself, and I really want to see how she uses these products. I think this could be beneficial if you're blending and you really want a sharp edge. But for me, just the first time using this with the liquid shadows, I really was like, what do I do? I don't know what, how to use it. So I'll keep playing around with this. I think this could be a fun idea for those of you that have a hard time getting that shape. I know, it took me forever to just try to get this even, and I'm praying to God that it's even. Moving on to the lip products. So I feel like the kit is a great value. You get 2 different lip liners and a lipstick. I think it was 26 bucks, which I feel like isn't bad. I really like the formula on the lip liner. It's not too creamy, but it's not super dry like a MAC. It's sort of right in between. The only thing is, I feel like this lip doesn't necessarily go with the eyes. I feel like I made it work by mixing, but for me, with an eye that's this light, I would usually use like a blanked out nude lip, but I'm trying to use all the products that were in this first launch, and I feel like I did end up making it work. Now, I love the formula on the mouth cloud as well. Again, I feel like what's throwing me off is the pastel eyes, and then the lip was a little bit deep for me personally to mix with this eye look. Now, the formula on this I love. It's just a little bit deep for my liking, but she said this looks good on everyone, and it just could be the eyeshadow that's throwing me off. This is a very thin formula. Think like a whipped velvet formula, even thinner though, almost like a cream to powder on the lips, but I would say more hydrating. I want to see more shades of this because I feel like a lot of people are really gonna love this shade, and I don't know how many people will love this like purpley pink, because I mean, it is quite purple. I would love to see more, I don't know, like nudes, pinks, mauves, something like that. This shade is fun, and you can see that I mixed them both and I feel like I made it work. So for me, I love the formula on these. I just want to play around with these colors with more of a neutral eye look, I guess, to see, you know, what shade works for me. The other duo, I don't know like when I would ever use that. I need to see some inspo because it was like literally a baby pink and a baby blue, which I've never seen. So I have to give it to her for just coming out with something super innovative. But in terms of like wearability, I'm gonna stick with the nude colors. And finally, the Dew Lock setting spray. I like that it doesn't have a scent, so it's not going to, you know, be irritating if you're sensitive to that. The sprayer can leave some droplets. That's one thing I noticed. But if you take your sponge and press in, you're fine. So it's just one of those things that maybe I was holding it a little bit too close to my face. Now they do say 12-hour wear, but it's supposed to be a dewy setting spray. The second ingredient in here, I believe, is glycerin. So whenever I, you know, see that, I know it's gonna be like a dewy, glowy setting spray. I'll have to keep trying this out. I didn't wanna go too heavy because I have all these gems on, and I thought if this loosens them up and they start getting all over my face, we're gonna have a mess. So I'll keep trying this out, but for me, there was nothing like crazy spectacular about it upon my first initial impression, but I think it's an okay product. It did make my skin look a little bit more hydrated. It's just one of those things I'm gonna have to keep using. All right, guys, so that is it for me in this Half Magic Beauty try on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. When I do these videos, I honestly am just trying to make a look that looks somewhat cohesive. So I hope I did an okay job, even though this is not my normal vibe. But it was fun to play around. And of course, I really want to use these products with products I know and love. For instance, using some of my favorite powder shadows and then going in with one of the shimmers to put in the center of the lid, using the lip products with different eye looks and different lip products in my collection. But overall, standouts for me have to be the lip products and also the shimmery liquid eyeshadows. Just absolutely stunning. So I will link their website down below. Everything is launching today. I would love to know, what do you guys think about this look? What do you guys think about how everything applied? Are you interested in this at all? What do you want to see from the brand? I'd love to hear your feedback. If you're new here, I hope you subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.